everyone, it is Miss Arlen or Mrs. Altoff, depending on what you call me. I am back. It is Monday, and we are going to do another read aloud speech language session. Today we're going to practice verbs, and we're going to point out the verbs or the action words on each page, and we're going to talk about how we could change them, change the tense, retell the story, if you will. Now, I am reading one of my son's books, the truck book. This is a young child's book, so it's more appropriate for my preschool viewers, but my elementary school viewers can certainly follow along as well. Great way to practice your verbs, even if the book is a little bit young for you. So this is the truck book by Lawrence DiFiori. This book is actually from my husband's childhood, so it's much loved and a little beat up, but still very good. The farmer is going to the city. He loads vegetables and fruits in his pickup truck. Okay, so I heard a few different action words on that page. I heard going to the city. That is a verb. Going to is a verb. How can we say that as if it already happened? The farmer went to the city. Going to becomes went. Now, there are two different kinds of verbs. There are regular verbs, regular past tense verbs, where we just add the letters ed to the word to make it past tense. Like walk becomes walked. But there are irregular past tense verbs, and my students and I like to refer to these as our tricky changers because they do not follow the ed rule. They change in some other way, like the word run becomes ran instead of runned. Runned is not a word, it becomes ran. And going to becomes went, another tricky changer verb. He loads vegetables and fruits in his pickup truck. Load, that's the action that he's doing, that is a verb. How can we change that? Loaded. He loaded vegetables and fruits. Loaded is a regular past tense verb because we added ed to make it past tense. A cherry picker truck lifts the worker up high. He fixes the electric wires. So a couple more action words on that page. Lifts. How can we say that as if it already happened? We say lifted. The cherry picker truck lifted the worker up high. That is a regular past tense verb. That verb follows the ed rule. We add ed to the word lift to become lifted. He fixes the electric wires. In that sentence, the verb, the action word is fixes. That word becomes fixed. Fix becomes fixed. That again is a regular past tense verb that follows the regular ed rule. Big, little, and middle-sized trucks zoom along the highway. So the action word on this page is zoom. This is another regular ed verb. This becomes zoomed. Big, little, and middle-sized trucks zoomed along the highway. Clear the way. An ambulance is coming. How can we say that already happened? An ambulance came. So coming became came. Coming did not become comed. Comed would be a regular ed rule, but that rule doesn't apply here. That's not a word. Coming became came. So that is a tricky changer or irregular past tense verb. Now, parents, when you're prompting your students or your children to do this at home with you with your books, try getting them not only to tell you the verb, but use it in a sentence. So, okay, you told me the word coming changes to the word came. Now, can you put came in a sentence? How about my package from Amazon came? we want to not only prompt for knowledge, but we want to prompt for application. We want our students, our children, to be carrying over these skills, generalizing them. The whole purpose of practicing these skills is to increase general conversational language. So we always want to be practicing these language skills that we target in more of a structured activity, in kind of more of an unstructured activity, or getting them to target or implement that rule in a sentence or in some sort of more real life practice. What do these trucks deliver? They deliver letters, soda pop, furniture, fruit, and vegetables. Okay, so what was the action word on that page? What was the verb? The verb was deliver. How do we change that to say it already happened? We say they delivered. Now if you hear my d at the end of my word, then you know that I added ed. This word follows the regular ed rule. This is a regular past tense verb. Deliver became delivered. So the trucks delivered all of these things. Again, if you're having your student practice this word in a sentence, they might say, the mailman delivered the mail. Sometimes it helps my students if I say, why don't you put it in a sentence that starts with the word yesterday? And then that gets them thinking about practicing making a sentence about something that's already happened. So yesterday, the mailman delivered the mail. Trash is dumped into the sanitation truck. The street sweeper scrubs the street. Okay, so scrubs is an action word. That is a verb. How can we say scrubs as if it already happened? We can say the street sweeper scrubbed the street. You can hear my d, my ed at the end of the word scrubs. That means that it is a regular past tense verb. I added the ed. It's not a tricky changer. It follows the regular rule. This is a regular past tense verb. Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, before we go home, it's time for hot dogs and ice cream. What are they going to do with those hot dogs and ice cream? Are they going to eat them? Let's think about that. How could we say that as if it already happened? If you need some help, think about putting it in a sentence that starts with the word yesterday. I might say, yesterday I ate hot dogs and ice cream. Did eat become eated? No, it did not follow the regular ed rule. It changed. That means it's a tricky changer verb. Eat becomes ate. The end. That is the end of our story. It is a short story today. I hope that this was a helpful video for you in terms of practicing verbs, if that's one of the goals that you or your child is working on. I will be back this week with some more videos modeling different speech and language targets. As always, please feel free to reach out to me. My email address is arlyn, ARLYN _Althoff, ALTHOFF @olsd.us. Stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.